famous at home?
If you are a spouse or you're a parent, here's what I would say. You already are famous at home. The greatest red carpet you will ever walk is through your front door. If you get home after being away from any period of time, your kids running to you, they're so excited to see you because God designed you to be their parent. They don't want anybody else to be their parent. They want you to be their parent. We already are famous at home. The issue is, are we stepping into that role in being famous at home?
You cannot replace you as mom or dad, husband or wife. Out there in the world, we're replaceable, probably within seconds. And yet often we spend so much of our time focused outward. Like, what if I was actually focused on maintaining my fame at home with the people under my roof who already adore and look up to me?
Yeah, and I would say to become famous at home or to be famous at home or to keep your fame at home, really is what it comes down to, is entering into the world of your loved ones. Pursuing their hearts, pursuing their world, asking them questions, celebrating them, becoming the president of your kids and your spouse's fan club. That's how we stay famous at home.
So good. Why is parenting the wrong term?
Okay, so this really came from you. I think you're the one who started this because you don't like the word parenting. Tell me why you don't like the word parenting.
I think parenting is the word, it's so transactional. It's like I can control how my kids turn out. Like if only I discipline them or, structure their life in a certain way. But what we found is that all parenting research can basically be summed up in one conclusion, and that is that our kids become who we are.
Wait, say that again.
Our kids become who we are. So I think the better term is actually becoming, because it really is about who we're becoming as adults.
Yeah, the word becoming is a reflection of who our kids become. Because research shows this over and over again, that the top parenting strategies, the most effective parenting strategies to get the outcomes that we most desire in our kids always come back to who we're becoming as adults, which is why we are really huge on making sure if our kids' emotional floor is our ceiling as parents. Research actually shows that our kids will not outgrow our emotional maturity while they're under our roof. And so it's not until they get outside into the world and they have other coaches and teachers and other people who can help them increase that. If I want to raise my children's floor from which they launch, I've got to raise my ceiling. And so that's the key. So whether you're seeking therapy, whether you're seeking a coach, your pastor, spiritual direction, whatever that is, just surrounding ourselves as adults with people who are helping us become the best version of us is really how we'll show up in our home to put that into our kids' lives. Become.
How do I discipline different types of children?
Different types of children. In other words, some of my kids will receive correction in one way, my other kids will receive correction in another way. Here's the thing that I just want to get right from I want to make this clear from the outset. I genuinely believe, and you see this in research, that discipline strategy is not the most effective way to raise our children. In other words, it's not as linked to outcomes that we desire in our kids as other things are. And so
like what?
I think we have to pay attention to what really does influence our kids, like love and affection, our ability to manage our own stress as parents, how I'm treating my spouse, or how I'm treating a co-parent in a divorce situation. These are more effective. Researchers, these are more effective in who our kids become than even discipline. And so I like to go back
Wait. Just repeat that, because that's actually really... What's more effective than discipline?
Who I'm becoming is them. So, love and affection, showing up for our kids, a parent's ability to manage his or her own stress.
It's huge.
And how we treat one another in our marriage. And I think, so for me, the way that I describe this, I love to think of Mr. Rogers. And Mr. Rogers said that he thought of discipline as the continual everyday process of learning self-discipline. And I think that begins with me as a father. It begins with Christi as a mother. And that discipline will then transfer onto our children, no matter their personality styles, no matter who they're becoming. Discipline typically is a one-way transaction. It's me disciplining my child. Whereas what we're trying to do is create an emotionally safe environment where there's two-way communication. We're entering our child's world and we're showing them what discipline looks like, even by how we live our lives. These have been some really great questions,
Yeah.
but as parents, I also know that there's probably more questions that you have. They tend to snowball into other issues that we are struggling with and challenges that we have in our home. So what we would love for you to do is check out the description, check out all the links in there, because they will link to other topics that I'm sure that you're wrestling with. And for more content related to Famous at Home, you can also check out the Famous at Home book. There's so much more content within there that we obviously didn't get to discuss in this video, but you can access through the book.
Thanks for watching.